This project has been created by Fatma Yusuf, Ahmed Al Jassar, Hassan Al Kandiri, Badriya Al Felikawi, Marwan Al Khalaf. In our daily life, almost everything is somehow connected to fluid mechanics. Take this scenario for example.
Give me a second, I'm working on a car. Hi, how can I help you?
I'm here because I crashed my car and the reason seems to be like that my brakes are not working. Can you check them for me please?
Why do you think that your brakes doesn't work? Did you face any problem before?
No, and in addition to that I just changed my braking fluids.
I'll change your brakes, but let me ask you, what did you use as your braking fluid?
I used water as my new braking fluids.
You used what? Water?
Yes, is there any problem with that?
Well, what do you think?
I thought I was correct, but now I think I am wrong. But why can't I use water as my braking fluid?
In order for braking fluid to work, the fluid used should be viscous, and water is not considered as a viscous fluid. That's why it doesn't work.
What do you mean by viscous fluid?
Well, viscosity is the state of being thick, sticky, and semi-fluid in consistency due to internal friction. It's also a measure for its resistance to deformation at a given rate.
Then, what should I use as my braking fluid?
In my shop, I have 5 different braking fluids.
What are they, and what is the difference between them?
Well, I have dot 3, dot 4, dot 4.1 LV, which stands for low viscosity, dot 5, and dot 5.1. The type of 4 of them is polyglycol, except for dot 5, which is silicon. Do you want me to get into the details for each?
Well, I'm already here, so why not? It would be a nice opportunity to learn.
As I mentioned before, dot 5 is the only one that has different type, which means that it cannot be mixed with the other 4. For the 5 types, when it comes to boiling point, whether the braking fluid is wet or dry, they all increase as the number of dot increase, and the max viscosity is different from one type to another.
What do you mean by braking fluid being wet or dry?
Well, when you put a new braking fluid to your car, it is considered to be dry because it was never used, so it has a higher boiling point. On the other hand, wet braking fluid is the opposite of the dry braking fluid, as it has a lower boiling point. After 1 or 2 years of using the braking fluid, it becomes wet.
What's the reason of considering the boiling point?
Assuming the braking fluid is in steady state and the viscosity have a constant density, the temperature is the only assumption that has a role to affect the viscosity, since as temperature increase, the viscosity decrease, and the higher the boiling point, the better, because we don't want the fluid to reach the boiling point where it starts to evaporate, which leads to losing braking fluids. So, pick carefully and let me know what did you choose.